Is this a conspiracy theory episode?
This is a conspiracy theory episode. Hi, everybody. We're back for episode 5. And in this episode, we're bringing you a special conspiracy theory episode.
Conspiracy theory episode.
Yeah, last week was a little heavy.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to just make it lighthearted. Let's get into like a spirit of fun and laughter, and what better way to do it than talking about conspiracies.
We are mainly a mental health podcast, but we think knowledge is power. Knowledge is important and key to your growth and self-improvement. So what better way to explore that than conspiracy theories?
Absolutely. I agree.
We've got our hats.
We got our hats.
Got our paint. We're drinking mimosas today
Mimosas.
because it's your birthday tomorrow.
Birthday.
Where do you think we're going?
I don't know.
He has no idea.
No clue. Not the slightest idea.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Thank
you. We're going to break these conspiracies down by putting them, we put them on a wheel today. We've put a bunch of conspiracies. Dom and I both put our favorite ones we want to talk about, ones we really believe in, and we just put as many as we could think of on the wheel, and we're going to roll the wheel. And if we both put the same conspiracy, it just has double the chance of getting rolled, or twice. So we might spend 10 minutes on it.
What either of us put on the conspiracies. So.
Yeah, we didn't. We did it. We just did it separately.
Yeah.
So we don't know what each other put.
Nope.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
We're also.
Oh wait, no. We're also going to be painting canvases, and on these canvases we will be artistically articulating what each other's favorite conspiracy is. I have to guess what her favorite conspiracy is. She has to guess what my favorite conspiracy is. And we not only have to guess, but we have to paint the picture.
Yep. We're going to paint each other's favorite conspiracy.
Nope.
Each other's favorite conspiracy.
Yeah.
I love conspiracies. They're one of they're in my top 5, you know?
Top 5?
Just top 5 things.
Favorite conversations?
Just top 5 things that exist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, literally. I just think they're fun to think about. I like to think about ones that I don't even really believe in. I'm just that would be insane, you know?
Could you imagine?
It's just fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Would You Rather, I like playing shit like that. Okay. Let's go. Let's get into this.
Let's do it. We got... Here's a good one.
Oh, it's starting off crazy.
Bible
conspiracies. Okay, so what I meant by this was...
This is yours.
The shit in the Bible, did that actually happen? Did Jesus, come to Earth? Did he really, did Jesus really, come miraculously through Mary, this virgin, and then, come to Earth and save everybody and heal people? And then did the flood happen? You know what I'm saying? Did that wipe out the dinosaurs?
Noah's Ark flood?
Yeah. Apparently, according to the Bible, that, wiped out the whole...
You're bleeding. I can see what you're painting.
Bleeding?
Bleeding.
What does that mean?
Bleeding. You never heard what, you're bleeding?
No.
So, you're playing cards and someone says you're bleeding?
You can, see their shit.
You can see their cards.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was, I was what? The fuck?
Yeah, you're bleeding.
Okay. How's my hat look?
Hat looks great.
Thank you.
I love the way your hat looks.
Thanks.
Very unicorn.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Tricks.
Oh, what? You're bleeding.
I'm bleeding. Shoot. Why are you looking? So, I mean, about the Bible conspiracy, so, when we're talking about Noah's Ark and stuff like that, I mean, do you really think that could actually happen?
I mean, if there really is this big, powerful God, then, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but...
Or do you think the Earth just really, floods so bad that, it literally flooded the entire Earth? Imagine the whole globe covered in water.
Yeah.
And everything just drowned. And do you think that was the extinction of the dinosaurs?
And what makes it, what makes the flood go away?
I have no idea how that works.
Yeah.
I guess over, years and years, it would, eventually go down again. I think the Bible said it, went down over some time.
Just over time. Yeah, I mean, you know more about this than I do.
I guess so.
But
there's still a lot of, and also not just, the Jesus stuff, but Revelation says a lot of shit that I guess could be considered conspiracies because, or the Bible says, you know, the rapture is going to happen, that God's going to come back down, and Jesus has already been here, and he's going to come back and on like a white horse, and there's going to be a battle, and there's going to be a freaking like big ass creature that comes out of the ocean, and people are going to take the mark of the beast. And
weren't you also saying that a lot of people believe that what they do here is irrelevant, that when they die, God's just gonna take them, so there's really no point about what they do here on Earth. They're kind of just waiting for.
Yeah, they believe in like the afterlife more than like their
existence
now, right? Here. They don't care about.
That's crazy.
The way I was raised, the way I was when I was a Christian, you just care more about heaven and like God than like your actual life here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spin it.
Spin it.
What we got?
Bop it.
Wow,
Big Pharma.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
All
right. Big Pharma. Do you want to start this one?
I'll start this one. Sure. They control everything.
Yeah, it's just connected to everything.
Yeah, like they push medication like crazy. Teenagers in the 90s and the early 2000s were facing that anger, facing those like adversities, and they just kept prescribing them drugs on top of drugs.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's kind of what they always do. When they do give us medication, it doesn't ever like fix it. Sometimes it can make stuff worse, and it also like keeps you coming back for more medication, especially in women's health. When you go to the doctor, they push you off and they don't give you your diagnosis right away, like keep telling you like it's this or that, try this medication until they basically like do everything else except for the one thing that the person originally thought it was anyway. So they basically waste their time, waste their like money by all these appointments, and keep them coming back, and they have to spend money on more medication, more appointments. And then they push, like, this kind of goes back to our previous episode with the teens, because the teens would, like I was saying on that episode, would, because of the camps and also because of their lives even before they went to the camps, they would have to face more like problems with mental illness and mental health and PTSD, and then have to go to therapy, and then they're going to like get on medications for anxiety and PTSD and all those things that they might develop, or depression, and then that roots back to Big Pharma, and like there's like a big teen epidemic of like the troubled teen, you know, and them getting sent to these camps, and then them getting pushed to therapy and pushed to medication, and that roots back to Big Pharma.
Big Pharma. I mean,
that's crazy. It's in everything. I feel like birth control really fucks you up.
Yeah, birth control really fucks you up.
We have a friend that had fought and won against breast cancer, and she felt, you know, her birth control had kind of contributed to her development of breast cancer. And I've just recently gotten off of birth control, and I was like, wow, I can totally see how that connects, because I felt terrible on birth control. I feel like it affects me really badly. I feel like it's just not good for you.
No, it's not.
And like,
they continue pushing this concept of we need medication for things, and just take this drug, because they make more money the more we take them. You know, the more we take drugs, the more money they get.
Next topic.
All right, spin the wheel.
Spins the wheel.
Spins the wheel. Perfect. So we both put this one.
Moon landing.
But this one,
we both put this one.
I love this one. Mainly because of American Horror Story.
Okay.
But
I don't think I've seen that.
We gotta get you to watch that. It's incredible. Well, anyway, there's a. Oh. Not the hat.
Okay.
So mainly because there's an episode where they have like they're basically showing like an Area 51 kind of deal. And they show the set of where they fake the moon landing, and they use like they have like aliens there that are impregnating humans, and they're basically,
what the fuck?
We cut a deal in the 50s for aliens to give us technology, give us everything we need to like advance life, but our part of the deal was we had to supply humans, which is why alien abductions happen. we had to supply humans for testing so they could integrate aliens and humans together so they could survive here on Earth with both the DNAs.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes sense because like I feel like some people, like maybe like old people might be like aliens. Like what if like the humans around us are like aliens underneath their skin and they're wearing human skin for real?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely.
Like Loki, like Biden.
I don't know. I mean, it's very possible, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah, I
know. I
think
mean, that moon landing was.
I've seen pictures. I keep seeing this picture where like the guy like went to the spot where they recorded it and it looks exactly like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So wait, you think this like theory is?
I think like we probably didn't land on the moon, honestly.
Wow.
I don't think it's as realistic as we make it out to be.
Yeah, especially during that time, like we still see even rockets exploding today. You're
Yeah.
telling me they had the technology back then,
Yeah, and I feel like we still
70 years ago, to really propel us to the moon?
that's what I'm saying. I feel like we still don't really have the type of technology that is a match for space right
Yeah,
now.
and just think about the
You know?
time too. Like we were fighting the Russians on the space race. It was a
Yeah.
huge boost in morale for Americans to really say
It's
that we
always like
landed on the moon.
perfect timing in America, like when
Yeah.
something crazy happens.
So, I don't know. That's a conspiracy I really follow because we actually have no idea. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What does that even mean? Like what's so, you know, progressive about landing on the moon?
Well, it was huge for the time because we were racing the Russians against being the first to land on the moon, being the first to like explore space. It was really big for the Russians to push like how strong communism was, how brilliant and amazing communism was, and it was really big for us to push like the Democratic Republic, being a republic,
Like
democracy.
kind of showing like we were doing better basically.
Yeah, it was which one, like we wanted to bring more followers to what we believed in
Yeah,
because we were all about the progressive era, and
I guess.
the Russians were pushing their ideology. But yeah, okay. Spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Yes. One
Sirens?
of mine. Perfect. You know
Like
what a siren is?
mermaids?
Yeah, the mermaids.
Talk to me.
You've seen the clips of when he's on the ship and he's
That
recording,
shit freaks
and
me
you can
out.
hear them like singing in the background, and there's
Yeah,
these weird like waves going through the
I think there's
on the
sirens.
side of the ships. I don't know.
I absolutely think there's sirens. I totally
That's
believe that.
yeah.
You're right about that one.
I mean, why would they have it in Greek mythology?
Yeah, it's like in like
There's a lot of documented
writings
stories
and
about
stuff.
these
Yeah.
either mermaids. I mean, it's just rebranded over time, but mermaids,
Yeah.
sirens, mystical singing beasts of the ocean. But it would lure these pirates too. Yeah, there's stories from pirate ages
Yeah,
as well.
like don't the sirens like lead them somewhere? Like lead them to
Well, there's multiple ways that they bring people in, but majority of the
but
time
like don't they lead them to a certain place or something?
they're
Like a
supposed to lead them to the what I believe is the edge of the world,
Are you serious?
if I remember correctly. Don't quote me, but I mean we're conspiring, so you can say whatever. But oh. but yeah, I'm pretty sure they bring them to that. Either they lure them into the ocean so they can kill them, or there's been other theories that say that they kind of lure them to the edge of the earth so they fall off.
Oh, what the fuck? So that's of the earth is flat then?
Yeah, I mean they're just entrancing. Like,
You hear me?
see, that's what you said.
So the earth is flat then? They lead them
I
to the
mean
edge
that would be another theory.
and they fall off.
Yeah, that is another.
My painting's looking pretty badass. How's yours?
But mine's looking interesting. It's looking very interesting. Look at that.
I need a like tiny one. Sirens are a good one. That's a good conspiracy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
All right, what else can we say about them?
I mean, I just believe that they, we also have like Aquaman too. I just believe that the ocean's so big and we've only explored like what did they say? Like 5% of the ocean. It's some stupid percentage, but there's
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
we've only explored like 5% of the
Yeah, we've
ocean.
only explored like a certain amount of ocean.
It's like the same thing as space. As above, so below.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we don't actually know 100% what's out in that ocean. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Theories of Atlantis too. Who knows? Maybe those were where the mermaids lived.
Theories of Atlantis. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like the ocean's the same. Like how we don't even really know how big it is.
No, we don't. So I'm good with this conspiracy because it could definitely be possible.
It could be like fucking huge and we have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Like fucking like literally it could be like a whole nother world. Like it could go so deep that like say there's this much land on Earth. It could be like this much land on Earth that we walk around and all we know all the time, and then like this much under the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So like we could literally be like like it could be a huge Earth that we can't even like see because it's covered in water.
It's true. And if you said and the other one, the Noah's Ark, the flood, maybe it's still draining.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like if the flood really did happen, there's actually like tons of like pictures I've been seeing and shit too, like of people, not people, but like statues and pyramids and rocks and all types of shit being under the water, like in Antarctica and stuff. And
shit. Maybe that's where the sirens live, is Antarctica.
Really? What do you mean?
No, I'm saying like, what if, you know?
What do you mean?
I mean, we're not allowed to go to Antarctica. So if we're not allowed to go to Antarctica, what are they hiding there?
No, that's what I'm saying.
So
like maybe
it could be there.
Maybe it's where they swim the most too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea. Like there's just so sketchy the whole thing.
Yeah, for real. Spin.
Yep.
Gonna spin. Spin it. Spin it good. Yes, finally, mine.
It's a good one.
This is a really good one.
We were talking about this
theory.
while we were at Disney.
Yes,
not that long ago. We went to Magic, right?
There's a lot of things we were conspiring about when we went to Disney. You found an island. You were like,
there's like islands and shit. Like, what's the island called?
what was it called?
There's like an island that's abandoned, and it was like the first one they bought or something. It was like a zoo.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like nobody can go there. It's like locked, and they still own it, but it's abandoned, and everything's just like there.
And apparently, if you ask the workers about it, they won't tell you anything.
Yeah, wasn't your friend saying that? Like,
yeah.
If you like talk,
like
try to ask
videos.
any of the Disney workers like about the island or whatever, they like act sus.
Weird.
That's weird.
But I really think he's under there.
You think so?
I think
that would be so like eerie. Like imagine being at the park and Walt Disney's just like
chilling,
Darth Vader,
literally chilling,
doing Darth Vader shit, like half alive.
That'd be
under
crazy.
the castle in like a water tank or something.
I can see it.
That's insane.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening because I mean, I don't know. I mean, they keep that castle pretty well secure.
Yeah, they do.
Walt Disney is just crazy, and he was always testing like crazy theories too. Apparently, like I heard he was friends with like a lot of Nazis or at least people that became Nazis. Yeah, he was like really infatuated with the German way and stuff like that.
Like culture and shit?
Yeah, like the Aryan race.
Oh, I think you're right. I think I read that. I was like looking up shit about Walt Disney.
Yeah.
And also I read a book on Walt Disney.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I was in like high school or something.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, he had like a fascination with like what was it? German?
Nazis?
Or yeah, like
yeah. The Aryan race.
I don't know if it was just Nazis or like just that race. That's crazy.
No, that's really crazy. So it wouldn't be like surprising if he did
Like
some
what?
type
You
of,
think he just wanted to like stay alive and get troll shit? Like you think his consciousness? Like why would he
I
be
don't
in the
know.
castle?
Maybe he still like lives through the parks. You
Still
know,
what?
like his body's dead, but like he lives through the parks. Like he's frozen underneath it, so like he's still
Oh,
able
like so
to.
you think he's dead? His consciousness isn't like active.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking like, why else would he
Crazy.
be under there rather than to like other than like
I
for
mean,
the
where else
fact
would you want
that
to be frozen? You know, like that's like your.
why frozen though?
Well, because he believes that like they'll potentially be able to bring him back in the future. That's why
Oh,
people freeze
seriously?
themselves. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, like the why,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Yeah, they actually believe that. They believe that when you freeze yourself, in the future they'll be able to unfreeze you and bring your consciousness back to your body. Because like when your body's frozen, it decomposes at
A
a
slower
very
rate?
slow rate. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. I feel like that's a very like
Honestly? Huh?
conceited thing to do. Like, why did Walt Disney love himself so much that he like just in case wanted to be brought back later on? You know,
You wouldn't do that if you had the opportunity?
not really. I mean, I honestly believe that if there is someone that can live and needs my organs, I kind of want to give it to him.
Why, like, why though? Like, I would want to, I would probably do the same thing, honestly. Like, if my consciousness could be brought back,
Yeah.
like, in the future or something with some kind of technology,
Yeah.
I would want to do it.
Really? You want to come back to this earth?
What happens when we die though? Like, what
We
if
don't
it's
know.
worse?
True, I guess.
I don't know.
I guess that's a good point. Conspiracy is that his
That,
body,
that
like
he's under the
his
castle.
body's under
Wait,
the
so he
castle.
really is frozen?
He's
Like
frozen.
that's fact,
He's frozen to this day. Yeah.
and that's a fact
That's a
that
fact.
like
Yeah.
he wants to come back later.
Yeah. That's a pure fact.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a pure fact.
So that's crazy. So you think he's under the castle?
Yes.
Is the conspiracy? Okay,
That's a conspiracy. Yeah.
I can see that. He probably is. Yeah, honestly, where the fuck else would he be? They don't tell us where he's at.
They might be like public knowledge, but who knows if it's actually like the truth? You know.
Yeah, facts.
These days, you never actually fucking know shit. Spin the wheel.
Go. I'm beating you. In this stream, by the way.
Oh, right. Jeez, I'm sorry. Oh,
Do you know about the Grand Canyon and NASA?
I don't.
Can I have a bite of your muffin?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
No problem.
Thanks, sweetheart.
No problem.
So they own a part of the Grand Canyon, and you're not allowed to walk over there. It's the same thing as Antarctica.
Yeah.
You're just like, there's a part of the Grand Canyon you're not allowed to access or walk over to,
Wait, what? Are you serious?
and it's owned by NASA.
What?
Yeah. And like, why does NASA own part of the Grand Canyon? What the fuck? That's weird.
That is weird.
Red flags, anybody?
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you think?
I mean, the Grand Canyon is beautiful. I've always wanted to go there. I haven't had the luxury. I've been like really close, but I've never actually been to the actual canyon. What are they doing over there?
Yeah.
Why
it's
haven't we talked about
weird.
this more?
Like, I don't know. There's so many like sketchy like things that companies are doing that they own. It's like, yo, what does that have to do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
like why? It's the same thing. Like, why are they funding Boeing? You know, like they're just NASA's a little sketchy.
Yeah, NASA is very
In
sketchy.
In my book, they're very sketchy.
Do they own Area 51 as well?
I think so. And who owns the Pentagon? Is that government?
That's government, yeah. But I mean, isn't NASA like a government-backed agency?
I think so, right? Yeah, I mean everything has its strengths. It's like I feel like all of these like connect. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because everything just like loops back together.
Yep.
Of just like the government keeping secrets.
Yep. And that's where we get these fun
Yeah.
conspiracy firms anyway, so. Yes.
Nazi headquarters.
Yeah. Well, I can get into this for
Explain.
sure. Okay, so basically, there are theories that stem back to Hitler and his involvement with traveling to Antarctica because he believed that that was where the Aryan race started, and where.
Because what, the fucking snow and shit? That's so stupid.
Yep, yep, that's
Because they're
exactly it.
white
Yeah, I mean,
and blue-eyed and blonde. He thinks it started in Antarctica.
yep,
How
that's
cliche.
where he thinks everything
How
began,
cliche.
and yeah, and there's been many theorists that have said like, oh, there's no way the Nazis would have been there, but why has so much been covered up in Antarctica? Why is it a no-fly zone? Why?
Yeah, literally, like, you literally can't fly in certain parts over there. The most of Antarctica you aren't allowed to like access. It's all protected and government owned. NASA owns part of Antarctica. Like, what the fuck?
And Nazis have been known to do crazy experiments. We've seen it time and time again with the things that they were doing to the Jewish people, to a bunch of like euthanasia. The Nazis were doing crazy experiments over there, and it wouldn't be crazy to assume that they weren't doing crazy experiments in Antarctica.
Absolutely.
And that's what they're kind of covering up over there, is that they're continuing the crazy experiments.
I think there's a lot of shit going on in Antarctica that we don't know about.
Yeah, I mean,
It's literally, it freaks me out that it's a no-fly zone.
mm-hmm.
Like, that's so weird.
Yeah, why?
And like that, there's parts that we can't go in. It's just like the Grand Canyon and the NASA thing as well. Like NASA owns some of Antarctica, I think. And oh, by the way, that thing I showed you the other day, like if you go on Google Earth and you try to like do the distance perimeter around like anything on Google Earth, it works normally, and you can do it on any distance, any shape, and it'll tell you the perimeter of like that area and distance and all that shit. If you do it on Antarctica, it like goes all weird and the lines go weird and it looks like it's a wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That being said, my favorite, well, I don't know which you should we reveal?
I'm done to reveal.
This conspiracy theory is crazy to me because I think there could be a wall of ice in Antarctica surrounding the Earth that we know, and then like it's actually a bigger Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of just like all the countries we know, it's just like one part of the Earth, and then there's an ice wall, and then there's more.
Oh, interesting.
And you know, we could be being watched. We could be an experiment. Okay. Time to reveal.
Reveal party.
Hold on, one last touch here.
Okay.
We're about to reveal our
canvases.
Canvases, our paintings, and each other's guesses of what we think each other's favorite conspiracy theory is. All right.
I truly believe that your favorite conspiracy is.
I can't see. What is this?
This is the COVID vaccination.
It looks like Topgolf.
And there's a chip in the vaccination.
Why does it say location like that?
Because it's tracking your location.
It looks like Topgolf.
Listen, I'm not the best. I failed arts and crafts. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
But
okay,
anyway,
I see what you're doing.
Yes. So this is the COVID vaccine.
Okay.
It's got the chip in the vaccine. It's going into the arm.
Are you just?
So this is the chip entering in, and I believe that this is your favorite conspiracy because you're always telling me that you think the vaccination has a chip in it.
That's a joke. That's kind of a joke.
This is a joke. I don't know.
But I do think vaccines are crazy. I do think it's like you don't know what they could be putting in your body. It leads back to big pharma. Like, you know, they're probably just making you sick. You don't know what's in there. There could be like metals. I heard that there was like metals and a bunch of shit that like shouldn't be going in your body, like in the vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
And same type shit that they like put in our food. How there's like metals in our bodies and all that shit. It's probably from vaccines.
Yeah.
As well. That's not even my favorite. You're wrong, by the way. Antarctica's clearly my favorite.
Really?
Conspiracy theory, yes.
No, that was pretty obvious.
You ready?
Yes.
Bow. Did you show the camera here?
What? That's sick. This is why I don't draw with you, because you draw so much better than me.
Did you show the camera yours?
That's crazy. Yeah, I show my camera my garbage.
Like
Fifth grade.
Feel like this.
Artist.
Is my right?
Yours is correct.
The moon landing?
Yours is correct.
Bow.
You know me better than
Guess
I know
who
you.
listens to the other person more?
That's crazy.
Well, that's it for today's episode.
That is it for today's episode.
Thank you for tuning in.
I think I kind of want to keep mine.
Okay.